So, hello, rest of the league and world, I guess. First, a little introduction. I'm Joseph, and I'm in this fantasy baseball league for Go Big, and some rules of what we're gonna do if we're really good, if we're really bad. You can kind of guess which one I am. I'm really freaking bad at this, so I have to make this little video, this podcast video, for why I suck so much. So we're gonna start off with saying that yeah, I'm just terrible at fantasy baseball is what it really seems to be. I wish I could tell you I'm any better, but there's a lot of reasons as to why. First off, the game was my team, Blue Bear Balls, based off of, the whole Black Mirror episode about, Blue Bear with, balls. Um, and I was playing Eaton Posey and Kickin. I'm guessing the last word is ass. However, I cannot read it because Tyler's team is just, stupid in general. He listens to weird ass music all the time, and he decides to put this weird country song about eating Posey and kicking ass as his team name. So, and you don't go on a road trip with him, folks. He has a very weird playlist, and you really, really, really don't want to listen to it. So, overall, there was a tie for the worst. It was me and American Joe versus a Brit over here, George. And for some reason, George ended up beating up that tie. I lost 3-7, and he lost 3-7. But I guess his players ended up doing better in the head-on stuff. So I'm gonna give a reason as to why I lost so bad. First off, number one, I was not prepared for the draft. The time changes of everybody. We have some people on the, west coast of the United States, some people on the east coast of the United States. We have some people in London here. So there's some time differences that I wasn't quite aware of. So I was not ready to do my draft. And I was down in a basement climbing some walls because I like to rock climb and stuff. And I just put mine on auto draft, and then everybody was screwing me out of the best players. And so I just basically proposed a bunch of catchers until Tyler got really pissed off, and then I could finally beat everybody else out because I had a ton of money at the end. But since it was at the end, all the good players were taken. So that's reason number one. Reason number two was for the beginning of our first week, I was in Spain doing a rock climbing trip and not paying attention at all to baseball, which is very sad. I know as an American, I should, pay much closer attention to what's going on in our sports because sports are so close to our heart. But, I was too busy in the sun, loving the beach and the mountains and climbing some walls. And if you couldn't tell, I'm a little bit obsessed with that kind of stuff. And then the third reason I'm going to give is, actually, I'm gonna give four reasons here. The third reason, first off, I'm gonna say is this is one suggested by my friend Jackson, that Trump has been establishing a lot of different trade policies around the world, and all of my players couldn't really concentrate when the balls were thrown at them or they were hit up. They could not concentrate because all they were thinking about was how is this trade war with China gonna affect my paycheck in the next coming decade? How is this gonna affect the American population? What am I gonna do when I end up running for office someday? Because these players obviously want to run for office someday. But yeah, so I'm gonna blame that on Trump. So Trump, thank you very much for screwing over my team. Next time, can you do something that might be better for my baseball players? Thanks. And then fourth reason, I'm gonna blame with living with somebody who's obsessed with sports. Because he's so obsessed with sports, he may talk about it all the time. However, there are times when things come in one ear and then might just come out the other ear over to this direction. And since it's so constant, I just can't really focus on what's the good players, what's the bad players, and I'm not as invested as he is. So when he goes and talks about it, I get really annoyed and it goes in one ear, one out, one ear. Now, for Jackson, when he's listening to this, I want you to know I do thoroughly enjoy the conversations. However, I do not know the names of any of these players you're talking about or what teams they're on. So just keep that as a heads up. You got to educate me a little bit more for this next time. Last and final reason I'm going to say Tyler is just a lucky son of a gun. He always seems to luck out with this. This cameraman in LA over here just doing some crazy shoots for Super Bowl commercials and stuff. For some reason knows a lot about baseball. And he ends up winning these years, and he doesn't really even actually know that much about baseball. It's crazy to me. It's just absolutely insane to me. But you know what? I lost. I'm a loser for this year, or not this year, this week. I'll see you probably next week when I'm loser again. So I'm excited for that. You guys are gonna be seeing me a lot this season. So yeah, shout out to Anton. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope Pennsylvania's treating you well. Shout out to Alex and Georgia who were just here. That's also another reason why I was distracted because we had some friends in town and I just didn't pay attention to my team because yeah, we had friends in town and I like to enjoy the company of people. That's really what it is. But yeah, shout out to Georgia and Alex. Shout out to Tyler. Love you and miss you, buddy. Even though I'm giving you shit in this video, you know I love you and miss you. Jackson, you're right outside the door in the other room, so whatever. I'll see you in like all of 2 seconds. But yeah, I'll see everybody else next week. Peace out.